Yo, yo,
Yo, what is the word? What is the word? What is the word? Hey, yo, it's looking all right, man. It's looking good, man. When it come to flock, yeah, it's looking good, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? We gonna get straight into it. Yesterday, nydrill they posted something, and when they posted, I'm like, wait, what's this? What's going on? Shouts to nydrill. Shouts to Ray Bad and all them dudes over there. But when they posted this, they said Kayflock's team motion for the charge of the RPT Ooding to be dropped, arguing the man in the video is not Kayflock. Kayflock team says there is no evidence of Kayflock alleged RPT Ooding. It says the man on video is not Flock, and they call for the charges to be appealed and dropped. If this happened, Flock has an extremely high chance of being home by 2026. So when I seen that, y'all know when I seen that, I had to go see what's up, man. You know what I mean? Cause at the end of the day, it's been a lot uncovering. You know what I mean? There's been a lot uncovering. First it was this. He was found guilty on 5 of the 6 charges. Remember that? Remember he was found guilty on 5 of the 6 charges, and then after the 5 of the 6 charges, it came this. What count 3 meant? Count 3 resulting in unalignment. This works. How information works. People say it's God. God is no longer facing count 3. Kayflock is no longer facing count 3, y'all. Count 3 is off. Yes, count 3 is now off. So now what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to look at something, right? I really want y'all to look at something. All right, count 1, right, was the RICO. Everybody knows that, right? Count 2, body in the aid of racketeering. Count 3, use of a firearm resulting in bomb. Count 4 is it's attempted murder with a weapon in aid of racketeering, and count 5 is use of a firearm for attempted body and assault with a dangerous weapon. I want y'all to understand something, right? If this gets taken off, if the RPT Ooding gets taken off, and this is what they show, but I got the real paperwork. So let's go into the real paperwork first, and then I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna explain something to y'all. This is the real paperwork. This was filed April 3rd. You know what I mean? United States District Court, Southern District of New York. We're gonna go through the important parts. United States of America, plaintiff, Kevin Perez, defendant. You see, everything is like, this is totally legit. Don't ask me how I got it. I got it. The Honorable Judge Lehman. You know what I mean? And we skipped ahead and we went to certain things. And right here it says factual and procedural background. This matter arises from allegations that Mr. Perez was a member of racketeering enterprise from in or about 2017 through 2021 in the Southern District of New York and committed violent acts in furtherance of said organization. Government charged defendant by the indictment filed February 21st, 2023 with participation in a racketeering conspiracy and violation of 18 USC 1962D, that's RICO, body in aid of racketeering, violation of USC, body through a use of a firearm, USC. Remember, those are thrown out, y'all. Assault and attempted body in aid of racketeering. This is the RPT shooting. Assault and attempted body in the aid of racketeering and of firearm offense in violation of 924C. But that firearm is relating to that RPT shooting. So let's keep going. The trial of Kevin Perez began on March 10th, 2025, and on that day count of murder through use of firearm in violation of 18 USC 924C has withdrawn by the government on March 30th, 2025. The jury expecting murder in the aid of racketeering violation for which Perez was acquitted. Right? So the jury came back. They telling y'all basically they're going through it. You know what I mean? So defendant asserts that there is no insufficient evidence presented at trial to support the conviction returned by the jurors for the following reasons. Mr. Perez requests that the court grant, he's asking the court for a judgment of acquittal. And this is up to the judge. This ain't up to no jury. You know what I mean? Judgment of acquittal When deciding a motion sufficiency of evidence after jury has found the defendant guilty, the court evidence upon which a rational jury could have found the essential elements of the offenses beyond a reasonable doubt. United States versus Brown, United States versus Coleman, United States versus Castro, United States versus Dixon. The standard is the same when an appellate court reviews jury verdict for insufficiency and reviewing a jury verdict for sufficiency of the evidence. Evidence in favor to the government and affirm the judgment if there is any substantial evidence from which a rational of fact could be guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Determining whether evidence is sufficient, we will weigh the evidence or determine the credibility of the witnesses. So y'all see that they talking about the witnesses now. You get what I'm saying? Like, now it's gonna get deep because this is going straight to the judge, bro. You know, this is going straight to the judge. It is the defendant's burden to show a complete failure of the prosecution to establish the essential elements of the claim. So it's on kayflock lawyer, basically. You know what they mean? Regardless of how it is weighed, for which jury could find guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, say the appeal in the court could overturn the verdict. So this is the court that could overturn the verdict right here. You heard? This is the court that could overturn the verdict. You know what I mean? And this basically at the end, you know, his lawyer signed it. Everything is right there. So what I want to show y'all basically is like, you know, if he could get this win, listen, if he can get this win right here that I'm talking about, remember count one, that's there, right? But his lawyer is marking him down, like he's walking him down, like he's not just throwing from far, like he's pulling up on him and he's walking him down. First, he beat the body. Then, they threw away count three. So count three took the L off. That took the life off, right? So once count three took the L off, that gives more stuff like in the system, like, oh wait, there's other loopholes. You know what I mean? So his lawyer is probably the best lawyer we have seen in a case like this in a long time, bro. Like a long time. Like, because if he could get rid of this count four goes with 5. You know what I mean? And this is what people need to understand. You know, in the city press, you know, they reported on it. And what they reported basically is that, you know, that he filed a motion for acquittal, including arguing that the individual on 46 Park Avenue, surveillance footage wearing a blue jacket was not Mr. Perez. The assailant in the RPT shooting was an individual wearing a blue jacket in the 464 Park Avenue surveillance footage. There is no evidence in the record, however, which would lead a rational jury reasonably to fear the defendant brandished or discharged a firearm in connection with the RPT shooting. So if they don't have sufficient evidence, if it's anything that the judge sees that was a loophole in his trial, that was a crack in his trial that the judge sees, and the judge see that, then what kayflock wrote the other day was very right. Yes, then what kayflock wrote the other day was very right, because at the end of the day, all they're gonna have him for is RICO. But then let me explain something that to you, because this is why I'm saying he's walking him down. This is why I'm saying he is walking him down. And shout out to nydrill official again for bringing this to light, because I would have never even looked at it if they didn't post this. Like, I wasn't even paying attention. I thought we was waiting until, we was waiting until July 16th, you know, the birthday of blood. That's symbolic, that they just sent you the birthday of blood. Pay attention, y'all. But at the end of the day, you know, if they would have never posted this, so shout out to them, we'd have never seen this at the time. So it made me dig deep, and it made me go into the real paperwork and go get the paperwork. I had to go get it. You know me, I had to tap in, you know. So if they don't have the count 3 is already going, right? Count 2 is already going, right? So count 4 is attempted body and assault with a dangerous weapon in aid of racketeering. So that is in aid of the RICO. That is the last act within the RICO. The body is already going within the RICO. So this RPT Uten is something that is pivotal when it comes to Kevin Perez trying to get his freedom, because if he can get the acquittal on that, he comes home, because then his lawyer could walk down count 1. They might sentence him to time served, bro, just so his lawyer won't walk down count 1. And I'm being totally for real. I know you guys probably think that I'm playing. You guys probably think that, Kha just talking. He's just I'm telling you, what y'all need to listen sometime.
46 Park Avenue surveillance footage wearing a blue jacket was not Mr. Perez. The assailant in the RPT shooting was the individual wearing a blue jacket in the Park Avenue.
That is what he's trying to say. So I need y'all to understand this, that this is something that, you know, is very big when it comes to this trial. The trial is going and there's still stuff that's going on. I know people sitting there saying, yo, Kyle, why you talking about this? Why you talking about that? See, I was getting into content about my life. You know, my life has been content. So I'm not just reporting, I'm telling y'all stuff that I've been through. I'm sorry that I've been through certain stuff and a lot of people haven't, but I've been places when I was in prison and when I was out of prison. I've been around people that people look at as mythic figures. You know what I mean? So me speaking the reality is content. You know what I mean? Content is reality and reality is content. And my reality is my content. Whatever I see as reality, whatever the people see as reality. You know what I mean? But shout outs to this lawyer, Michael Ashley, because he's done a great job. We have never seen nothing like this when it came to a federal case. Somebody fighting is hard. You know what I mean? So like I said, what Kayflock did say can and will come to fruition if this can get granted. If this motion right here can get granted. If this can get granted, then there's nothing holding them. There's nothing holding them. I'm telling you guys, I know you guys probably think that I'm just talking. You know what I said? You guys probably think that I'm just talking, but I am telling you, if this right here can get withheld, if this right here can come off, then we're talking about time served. Yeah, people, we're talking about time served. We're not even talking about 10 years, nothing like that. I'm telling you, we're talking about time served, because at the end of the day, they might have to withdraw everything, because when you don't have count 4 and count 5 is going to be with count 4, because if it's no attempted body, if the RPT attempt comes off of him, then the gun that goes with that comes off of him too. They have no choice, because how are you going to charge somebody with a gun for an alleged ooh-in when that ooh-in has been acquitted? You have to take that off too. So the lawyer is walking him down. And then by then, if everything like that comes off, there's nothing. This is nothing. There's no more racketeering. What they gonna say? Just for jumping around in the video? You can't convict him for jumping around in the video. He was convicted for the crimes that was in furtherance of the racketeering. So now that you guys know a little bit about, you know, the RICO stuff, I just want to say thank you. I hope y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe when it comes to this. Y'all know when it comes to this, I get busy when it comes to this, like you feel me? Like when it comes to like law work, this is my specialty. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to break that down for the people. I wanted y'all to know y'all got to pay attention to the law. You got to read. All you have to do is read and you'll see what's really going on. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people put out a lot of misinformation, but that's not what I do. I look for the facts and I put it out. It's no bias here. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So salute the 05 voter movement. Salute the Kha.realityTV. Salute the Miss Miyagi. Salute the Wolf Road TV. Salute the hashtag Hood Talk. Top dollar. I see you. Keep working. Salute.
To Frankie, and what influence did that have on your father?
A transit authority cop stops him. He pulls out the gun, kills the cop.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Did Gravano tell you how he became a rat?
You would never call him that to his face.